Now the next topic, salinity. Okay, salinity. Now listen first. Salinity. What is salinity is, and how does it impact the temperature distribution of, whether it impacts, what is an impact on the coastal region and what is an impact on the ocean surfaces and ocean bottom. Now listen carefully. What is salinity? It is a total amount of material or amount of particles. It has been dissolved in a given gram of or a given volume of water. In a given volume of water, the total amount of material that is dissolved. Or simple, salinity is the total amount of dissolvability materials in a 1 gram of water. In a 1 gram of water, how much material has been dissolved? That is called as a salinity. Is it clear? Salinity is generally denoted by parts per thousand, like this. It is denoted by parts per thousand. So highest salinity will be obtained wherever the temperatures are more. Wherever the temperatures are more, the highest salinity is obtained. But what is the source of salinity for the oceans? At starting class I told. What is the source of salinity of the oceans? Crustaceans, mollusks, rivers. Can I say terrestrial? Yes or no? Terrestrial, rivers. Even below there will be a volcanic eruptions also. So what is the source here? Do not write. Okay, just listen this. What is the source? Source is terrestrial. Second is volcanic eruption. And third is your rivers, and last one, or in this only we can write calcareous species. These are the main thing. Source of the salinity in the oceans. That means it brings sodium chloride and this will bring calcium carbonate. Yes or no? What is salinity? The total amount of, just write definition now. The total amount of solid material in grams. Total amount of solid materials in grams contained in 1 gram of seawater. Contained in 1 gram of seawater. Contained in 1 gram of seawater. It is expressed as parts per thousand. See on the board. This is the parts per thousand. Symbol. Parts per thousand. Parts per thousand. Or you write one more definition. Or ratio between weight of the dissolved material. Ratio between weight of the dissolved material and weight of sample of water. Weight of sample of water. Next you write sources. From here just write the sources. Over this one. Now factors controlling distribution of salinity. Factors controlling the distribution of salinity. Okay, distribution of salinity. See here. What happens? What is the factors that is controlling the distribution of salinity? The first factor is your evaporation. Evaporization. What is this evaporization? See, at equator, if you take the earth surface, this is 0, this is your 30 degree, 30 degree, 30 degree, north, south. So can I say that equator insolation will be more? First I will take at equator. At equator insolation will be more. More insolation more. But cloudiness is also more. Cloudiness is more. Cloudiness more, temperatures, stability, instability. Stability, instability. Stability, instability. Instability. Because rainfall, no? So instability region. Unstable. Stability. If it is instability, temperature decreases. If the temperature decreases, salinity, evaporation decreases. Salinity decreases. Point clear? Yes or no? At equator, insolation is more. Instability characteristics. Instability, temperature decreases. Evaporation decreases. Salinity decreases. So, evaporation is directly proportional to the salinity in this case. Agree? Yes or no? Evaporation is directly proportional to the salinity in this case. Then, wait. Not right. Just wait. Then, at the tropics and subtropics. Tropics and subtropical region. Subtropics. Tropics and subtropics. What will happen? Can I say there is a stability of the atmospheric condition? Excuse me. Stability of atmospheric conditions. Atmospheric conditions. Agree with me? Stability of the atmospheric conditions. That means there is a descending of the air, divergency. Stability. So temperatures would increase. Temperatures would increase. Insolation is more, cloudiness is less. Insolation is more. Insolation is more. Cloudiness is less. Decreases. If the cloudiness decreases, temperatures will become more. If the temperatures become more, evaporation more, salinity more. So, where do you find more salinity? Equator or tropics? Tropics. Can I say the salinity decreases from the equator towards poles? General statement. Yes, the equator decreases from the equator towards poles. Point clear? Right. But within the tropics, there will be other factors which are been affecting these tropical areas. What is that? Pressure belt as well as wind direction. Okay, here within the tropics, there will be pressure belt. So another factor which is affecting, one is that, second is pressure belt and wind direction. Can I say that more stability in the region, more evaporation in the region? More stability, more evaporation. So tropics have more stability, more evaporation. No, very good. But look at here. Suppose this is my one landmass. This is equator. This is Tropic of Cancer. This is Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. Now, this is one landmass again. We have equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. So which winds are these? Which winds are these? Which winds are these? Offshore winds. But before that, there are trade winds also. Can I say these are offshore and trade winds? These are onshore winds. Onshore winds. So can I say that water will be dragged from this region to this region? Water, because of the winds, water will be dragged from this region to this region. Agree? Yes or no? That means here it will be more temperature, more height, more height here. Can I say that warm water will be accumulated here in this area? Warm water because of the winds. This is my western coast, western continent, west continent, and this is my east part of the continent. Agree? Agree? This is my western part of the continent. This is my eastern part of the continent. So water will be dragged from the western part to the eastern part. Yes, but here there will be cold upwelling zones. Cold upwelling zones. If there is a cold upwelling zone, temperature should decrease, increase. Temperature decreases. Evaporation decreases. Salinity decreases. Salinity decreases. Sorry. Salinity decreases. So, western continents record less salinity. Agree? Eastern continents records more salinity. Agree? Yes or no? So because of the pressure belts and wind directions, these are happening in the tropics. So what is the first one? At the evaporation. Second one, pressure belts and direction. Third one, you see, third one is precipitation. Third one, precipitation. Precipitation. Precipitation or rainfall. Can I say that more precipitation, more decrease in salinity? Indirectly proportional, directly proportional. In the salt water, if you add fresh water, salinity will decrease, increase. Decrease. So precipitation is inversely proportional to the salinity. Now tell me where the more precipitation occurs. Equator, no? Yes or no? At school you only said? No? At equator. Okay? At equator. Cloudiness is more. More cloudiness, more rainfall. More rainfall, precipitation is more. That's why salinity is less. Agree? All of you agree? But what about the tropics? Salinity will be more at tropics. Cloudiness is less. Rainfall will be, salinity will be. Simple. Now tell me temperate. and polar regions. Temperate and polar regions. Temperate and polar region. Why? Cloud is more. Yes, exactly. Because of the melting of glaciers, fresh water is added. Fresh water added to saline water. Saline water. Fresh water is added to saline water. Temperature salinity will reduce. So can I say the more precipitation, more salinity? Now, can I say this here? Wait. Sorry, less salinity. Okay. Now, if I say, look at here. Equator, 0 to 10 degree, 30 degree. We have, this is a equatorial region. Equatorial region. This is monsoon type of climate. Monsoon climate. This is savanna type climate. Right? This is desert type of climate. Desert. This is 45 degree. What is that? Come on. This is British. 30-45 లో ఉన్నాం మనం. Mediterranean type of climate, very good. Mediterranean climate. Then Sahara. Classes are over. Steppe type climate. This is China type of climate. If you don't answer, others will say, "Kya padaya sir? Kuch bhi nahi padaya." Ante untadi. China type of climate. Then 60 British Taiga Laurasia. This is right? Yes or no? So, can I say the maximum rainfall occurs in this region? First maximum rainfall. Can I say British type of climate, second maximum rainfall? Where do you find more salinity in the oceans? In Indian Ocean will have more salinity. Pacific Ocean will have more salinity, and Atlantic Ocean will have more salinity. Tell me. In general, I'm asking you, not particular. In general. Simple here. Pacific Ocean will have more salinity. Why? Temperatures are more. More temperature, more evaporation, more salinity. Clear? 3/4 of the Pacific Ocean is also part of tropics only. So more temperatures, more salinity. Then Indian Ocean. Then Atlantic Ocean. So salinity first, second, third. Yes or no? Right? Now can I say that near British type of climate, that is this region, I will change. Okay? Now look at this. Now where do you find more salinity? Towards the, now towards the eastern part of the, sorry, western part of the Europe, or I can say Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic. This is my eastern part of the Atlantic Ocean. This is my western part of the Atlantic Ocean. Where do you find more salinity? In the higher latitudes. Higher, I am talking about, first of all, these are your higher latitudes. Yes or no? Which latitudes I am? Higher latitudes. Now tell me. Why eastern? So that's what eastern. Eastern only. Eastern. Here two things will happen. One, eastern only. Here temperatures increases here only. One, temperature. First is temperature increased because of North Atlantic drift current. Atlantic drift current. These are warm currents. Warm currents. One factor. Second factor is, can you say that the westerlies also play important role? Westerlies also play an important role in bringing onshore winds. Onshore winds. Very good. Onshore winds. The warm regions to these areas. Clear point? Okay. Now one more question. This is your Black Sea. This is Mediterranean Sea. Which one will record more temperatures? More or less they are in the same latitudes. I mean, just there is a small change of difference in the latitudes. Acha, okay. Mediterranean Sea you said, okay. Okay. Stop there only. Now come this side. More saline. I don't know. Why? So that is the same condition here also. But here Mediterranean Sea is more salinity. Though see here. If I consider enclosed and open. Enclosed sea should record more temperature. Temperature should be more. That means, that is Black Sea. Black Sea is an enclosed sea. Temperatures are more. But salinity is less. Salinity is less. Why? Because in Black Sea there are 5 to 6 rivers that join. Okay, number of, that is influx of rivers. Influx of rivers are more. Rivers are more. So in the Black Sea, fresh water is added. Fresh water is added. Because we do not consider river as a source of salinity. I told you in the starting also. It is not considered as a source of salinity. But still we count because it is 0.03%. So fresh water is added. But Mediterranean Sea is on open sea. Temperatures are less. But salinity is more due to the less number of rivers are added. Same thing in the Arabian Sea also. Arabian Sea, influx of rivers are less. Influx of rivers are less. So salinity will be more. Salinity will be more. Here influx of rivers are more. That is Ganga, Brahmaputra, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, Mahanadi, etc. So salinity is yes. So can I say other factor which is affecting fourth or fifth? This is fourth. Acha. Fourth factor which is affecting is influx of rivers. Got my point? Yes or no? Now you can write it. Evaporation कहाँ पे है वो? First of all, which latitude? It is not mid latitude, no? Temperature should be less, evaporation would be less also. But if I say only consider the factor of closed and enclosed seas, open seas, Black Sea will record more temperature than the Mediterranean Sea. कहाँ मगर यहाँ पे लैंड जो है, दिस लैंड, ये लैंड कूल है, so cooler temperatures are supplied. That also factor I have to consider. But generally if I talk, enclosed sea है, टेम्परेचर ज़्यादा रहना चाहिए, टेम्परेचर ज़्यादा रहेगा तो इवापोरेशन ज़्यादा रहेगा, सैलिनिटी ज़्यादा रहेगा. मगर यहाँ पे इवापोरेशन नहीं होने दे रहा है. क्यों? क्योंकि न्यू और फ्रेश वाटर इज एडेड इनटू दैट पर्टिकुलर रीजन्स. ठीक है.